We are playing some Dreadout 2. We're going to find all the urban legends and all of the ghosts. Just to let you know before we actually start, I don't show all the ghosts in the Ghostpedia because 80% of it is tied to the main story. So I do show the ghosts that you can miss. So this guide will help you to gain the achievement for finding all of the urban legends and all of the Ghostpedia stuff. So the first thing we want to do is go find a lady called Professor Mona. She is the little adventurous girl that's dressed in like a safari outfit located on the left side of the street, looking at some paintings. Once you finish the dialogue with Mona, she will give you a hint of this picture right here. That is a ghost or an urban legend. So this is how you trigger the urban legend side quest. So once we're able, we need to go back to the school. Once again, this area is part of the story, so we have to come back here anyway. So once we head into the school and go into the main yard, as soon as we go through the main bit of the school, turn right when you're outside. You will see 2 people fighting and 3 people cheering, or 2 people fighting, 2 people cheering. If you make yourself around here, or make your way around, I should say, and you might get a dialogue right now next to these people. It's really hard to tell whereabouts I am in the video because the files that have been recorded through Ava Media software decided to bugger up, so I'm going to have to use OBS for the next recordings. But if you go to this dead end here, you'll find the number 777777 Urban Legend. So I put this in here. This is not really missable because you will have to kill one of these eventually throughout the story progression. But since we got the knife from the pussycat, we may as well mess one or all the ghost days up with this. So literally the next area you'll have to kill the ghost anyway, so you'll get it anyway. I wanted to put it in here just to make sure. The next thing, once we go back into the bedroom, once we spawn back into the bedroom, the area to the right now, where the bridge is now accessible. At the start of the game, you cannot come down this location until you progress further in the story. If you stay left, and you'll find some panties and a bra, or washing, I should say, lined up together. Get the right angle and take a picture. So this next one will be inside the hospital. Once you get the okay to go to the hospital area now, this is where you got to get your number, but we don't have to get that yet. If you go towards the far back where the glass doors is, if you pick out your camera now, you'll find some blood on the floor. If you haven't played Dreadout 1, this is like an indication to the creepy ghost in Dreadout 1. There's like a massive lore behind this all, but it's hard to keep up. I just really enjoy the games. Really enjoy playing them. So eventually we get back into the town. So this will be like Act 3. So you will find there's a place called, is it Do Coffee? And then there's this little restaurant place outside here. At the very far end of the street, you will find 3 people talking about the school. And then if you go to the other direction, you can actually trigger the coffee one where you have to go to the secret location. But feel free to do that after the school quest. So this is actually a part of achievement. Something to do about a love letter. And make sure you join them in the quest for the Holy Grail. So as of now, the game is pretty buggy in this area, but I believe they do fix it in the next update. So I really enjoyed this one. So at the start here, we need to go back to our original classroom where we started from. You will find a scary little girl there, or a schoolgirl. There she is. The devil. Once you go inside the classroom, she'll disappear and you'll have a letter on the side here. If you pick this one up, this will be the love letter. Now you need to go find her. Eventually, after the music stops playing, you will hear like a banging sound. So the ghost is located on the same building, just the first floor. It took me ages to find her, because for some stupid reason the music was playing, it was too loud to hear the banging. Oh my bad, sorry, it's on the second floor, not the first, my correction. My bad. And once again we find her, there's no point clicking, just look at the animation and what it does. And now we've got to find her again. This one wasn't too bad to find. Just head outside the building. So as you go down the stairs, take a left. Go through the door and turn left. Now if you go down here straight and look right, you should see the lady in the window. Now once you interact with her once again, so take a picture, now you need to fight her. This is a very easy gut fight, so you shouldn't have too much trouble. So now the ghost has been defeated. And we get a new entry into the Ghostpedia. Okay, we are done with the Ghostpedia part here, but now I'm going to carry on a bit more, because if we finish this quest completely, we will get the achievement for the love letter. So now we need to find the ghost again, so go back to where you originally found the ghost, in your classroom. Now pick up the letter once again. Now head back to the main courtyard, and then you should hopefully see her in the background. If you look towards the main buildings to leave the school, look to the right, and you'll just see her just pointing at the letter. You can't harm her here. Just pick up the letter and you should gain your achievement. So now, once we are back into the area, so go back to the main district area, and once again, like I said, go to the coffee place. You might even find this straight away, because as soon as you finish Act 3, you start at the very opposite side. So if you head down to the right side of the street and keep walking down past the coffee shop, you will hear a dialogue happen. I mean, the first time I got this dialogue, I was across the road, so it's a pretty far distance. So this one's not really missable, but you can avoid doing it. Well, yeah, you just can avoid it. You don't have to do it. Gives you an option to do it. But if you do it, listen to the dialogue once again, accept and go into the coffee and wait till midnight. Now, once you've done that, you need to, in the street, I would recommend waiting to one side and just wait for the ghost to appear on the bike. To get this Ghostpedia, it is optional. You don't have to do it. You can do it two ways. You can be nice to the ghost, and the ghost will not attack you during the dialogue that is coming up. Or if you be rude to him, he will pretty much kick you off the bike and try and kill you. But either way, either option will gain you the Ghostpedia anyway. So once we get the Ghostpedia in this secret place, there will be 2 urban legends. The first one, as soon as you start the location, if you just follow the path all the way to the end. Well, pretty much all the way to the end. And then take the path off to the right and go across the graves. If you go up one level, you should see a tree with some dolls. Look at the doll that is tied towards the tree, and it should blink at you, and this will let you know that this is the right one. And also, if you talk to Professor Mona, she will give you an idea about the doll. So now go into the main section, so go right into the middle. You will find a massive tree and a statue. Now if you take a photograph about halfway up, we need to see the static. So eventually along your way through the missions, you will get to the storyteller woman. As soon as you start this location, I'm going to show you where you can go. So the right way to go here is right. So you see that bridge? So if you start in your house, go to the back way and go over the bridge. And then come this way and go left. Once you get here, you will find an ambulance. And if you just take a picture, I believe, at the broken glass. And it will tell you a backstory as well. So for this one, you can either get this earlier on, but I actually found it on this playthrough. So after you get the ambulance, go back into the main district. Now head into the back streets. And normally there will be a red cart there in front. But since I progressed a bit further, it moved to a different location. And then you'll find the red cart here. Like I said, it could be another location, depending when you search this area. So once you have done the hotel area for the first time, then you teleport back to the fortune teller. Once you get back to the fortune teller, now teleport back into the hotel, because now you can free roam with no monsters or no ghosts. Ghosty. Now we're going to, I believe it's the second floor. No, second or third floor, I can't remember. I know it's 208 or 308. And we see our little friend here too. Well, not really a friend, he tried to kill us. Murderer! So it is the third floor. So 308. I went into the wrong door. So it's at the far end to the right. Upon entering Act 5, you'll be dropped off by one of the bike taxi people. Make a 180 and head out the town. Once you get to the road, turn right and head towards the bridge. You will find that there's some roses on the near side road on the right hand side. Take a picture of them and then you'll see a ghost located on the bridge side. So feel free to interact with that if you want to. So now, once we have dealt with this urban legend, carry on past the bridge and you'll find a train track. If you follow that train track to the left, if you look on the right side of the tracks, you will find that there's some clothes on the right side, exactly right near or right next to the train tracks. Then if you bring up your phone, you will find some body legs or body parts that you cannot see without your phone. Just take a picture and then head back into the main town and carry on. So now, once we have entered the town, eventually you will find a graveyard located to the left. Just before the graveyard, you will find that there's a well. Take a picture of the inside of the well to grab your final urban legend, and then once we have done that, eventually we will have to go back to the main district area and talk to Professor Mona. And then once you interact with her, you just listen to the dialogue and then watch the ending cutscene for this urban legend.
Hey, Linda, you're here!
For this one, I wasn't too sure if this was part of the main story, so I actually put it in here. When you're playing hide and seek and you found your last kid, in this cave area you will find a big fat thing sitting there. If you interact with him and do everything that is required, then he will be your best friend. Once you wake up from the dream, you will gain the Ghostpedia entry. Now once you get to this section here, I don't know exactly how to trigger him. So once I found the last of 2 eggs, if you wait around here a bit, you will notice the door in front of you will unlock. This will be one of the pain in the ass enemies, and he does take quite a while to kill. You have to down him twice. On the second time you down him, he will actually die. And then you get the Ghostpedia entry. I believe this is Act 6. No, my bad. Act 7. Once we're doing Act 7, you will find the Warden from Act 1 or Act 0. This time we can actually kill the bastard. Once we killed him, you will gain the entry for the Ghostpedia. And that is pretty much it. Once you defeated the last boss, that you'll get the last entry to the Ghostpedia and your achievement. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you guys and gals in the next one.